Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. More specifically, we are here in Orlando, Florida. And even more specifically than that, we are here in front of Dezerland. Now, the Dezer in Dezerland is Michael Dezer, who is a very wealthy tycoon who possesses the world's largest private collection of automobiles. And of course, it is the year of planes, trains, and automobiles here on the Carpetbagger channel, so only fitting that we come out here to Dezerland. Now, it is a entertainment complex. They have go-karts, restaurants, bars, things like that inside here, but also it is used to store the largest private collection of cars. So an absolutely massive car collection inside. So let's go take a look at what lies within Dezerland. Please follow me. You can even see some of the cars here spilling out front. Of course, Mater from Cars, the tow truck possessed by the spirit of Larry the Cable Guy. And these cars too here. Yeah, these are some fancy cars. But oh man, I can hear the thunder arising here in Orlando. Let's get inside and avoid this upcoming weather event. This originally was a shopping mall. They needed an entire mall to fill with the automobile collection, as well as some of the other attractions here. And we'll just dive right into the cars here. This section is the Orlando Auto Museum at Dezerland Park. Now, I did come here for the first time a few years ago, and I can see the collection has expanded massively of cars here. Now, this section is free to come into the main Dezerland Park, and I think it was $32 to get into the Auto Museum. Got Bugs Bunny here in his Bugs Bunny mobile. This is What's Up, Doc? The big carrot there. Oh, what is this? Look at this bubble dome. Oh, this is from Thunderbirds Are Go. Isn't that strange show that used creepy puppets? Got the Mystery Machine, where Scooby-Doo and his friends would solve various mysteries. Oh, look at this hippie bus here. Oh, this says Volkswagen Museum of Puerto Rico. Now that's interesting. You see that because I have heard, speaking with other people in the car museum business, that Michael Dezer doesn't just buy cars, he buys museums. He's a collector of collections. So if a car museum is going out of business, he will just purchase the entire collection and I guess add them to his collection. So yeah, the collection just keeps growing. It keeps absorbing other collections. Look at this, he's even collected the cars from Cars. There's Lightning McQueen. Oh, who's that? I don't know who that guy is. If anyone knows who this gentleman is on the hood. Oh, is that Hugo Boss? Hugo Boss on the front of that car. And I love this. This is one of my favorite automobiles here. Look at those ornate elephant headlights. And believe it or not, this is Captain Nemo's car. We're so used to Captain Nemo's submarine, but this is Captain Nemo's car from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I tried watching this movie. I wanted to love this movie. I didn't really get into it. I love the idea of the movie, all the different fictional characters, all the different public domain characters getting together to go on adventures. Some fantastical celebrity cars here. The James Dean car with the the hood ornament of James Dean's head that's so big it blocks out any possibility of actually driving this vehicle. Look at this Marilyn Monroe car where she is splayed out on the hood. Again, it may be difficult to drive with a hood ornament that enormous. You can actually see parts of her dress go out into the fins there. Oh, look at that. We got Marilyn driving as well. This Elvis car with sunglasses. These are super cool. I just love the strange and unusual designs they have. See Elvis driving his own car. And this car here, the SNYRA. I don't know what that stands for, but the House of Speed here, known as that. One thing I've learned is Elvis really loves Cadillacs. Elvis actually had the largest collection of Cadillacs of all time. I don't know who has the largest collection now, but I'm guessing Michael Dezerland. I really love this, the Barnum and Bailey Circus car. But would have used this during shows. We were just at Circus World learning all about the circus. How many clowns are packed into this car. And this is a motorcycle with a roof. I always thought one of the major downsides riding a motorcycle was you get rained on. But this solves that problem. Yeah, the sheer quantity of cars in itself is impressive. This car only has one wheel on the front. Yeah, I've always wondered why cars have four wheels. Why not just stick one wheel on the front? Seems good enough. I don't know what car that is, but it's clearly got some sort of escaped inmate driving. And right as we enter the main museum here, we have the Guinness World Record for the world's longest car. Oh my God, how do you even make a turn? That's longer than a semi, right? Look how many wheels. Look at the hood. This is ludicrously impractical. How did they even drive this here? I would love to see this just out on the road. It doesn't seem practical. Seems like you could have a full house inside. I would not want to. Imagine doing a 3-point turn with this. I would never, ever want to have to drive something like this. But the wealthy, they're never concerned about practicality. They just want things bigger, more amazing. Oh, look, you can land a helicopter on the back of the limousine. There's also a putting green and a swimming pool back here. Imagine just sloshing around in that swimming pool while you're driving through traffic. So I'm gonna take a little peek inside the super stretch here. You got the sitting area, and I don't even know what happens in there. And as I mentioned, this used to be a mall, so these would have all been different stores in said mall, but now they're each just different sections of the car museum, so they have different categories here. Like right here, this would have been a store, but now it is the 1920s section of the auto museum. Now you can see Laurel and Hardy there, so in some ways this is effectively a wax museum as well. Yeah, I think the addition of these mannequins definitely helps bring the car museum to life. This guy here, look at that, he's got the big crank in front of the car. That crank seems like it would get in the way when you're trying to drive. It actually is like stabbing him in the groin right there. And here is a Bonnie and Clyde car. Now, this was a huge tourist item back in the day. The Bonnie and Clyde car. It was Bonnie and Clyde, one of the biggest news stories in the country. So when they died, the original car that was in the ambush actually toured, but a lot of replicas toured as well. A lot of fake Bonnie and Clyde cars going around. Now the real car is in Buffalo Bills, or was at Buffalo Bills Casino in Prim, Nevada, but that actually closed down. And I do not know what is happening with the original car. It'd be interesting to see if that turns up somewhere else. This is interesting. I've never seen this this motto used by Ford. A Joan of Arc machine. I guess are these cars for ladies? Oh yeah, it says, buy your wife a Ford. Oh man, I think it's been a long time since I've had Dad's root beer. Man, do they still make Dad's root? I remember drinking it. I've just not seen it in a long time. We have this barbershop scene, and you can see the child there sitting in a customized barber seat. They used to have those for kids to sit in at the barbershop because it made them happier about getting their hair cut. Oh, we've come to the back of the 20 section. Now we're heading into the 40s. I may have missed the 30s in there somewhere. But oh yeah, suddenly we're in a museum of boat motors as well. Look at all these boat motors. Man, I bet you could really get your boat going with one of these motors. Yeah, it looks like there's other collections within the car museum, which itself is a collection of collections. See, there's a little ship collection here. Michael Dezer's ship collection. And look at that model cruise ship. What do you guys think? Should I go on a cruise? I've been going back and forth whether or not I should do a cruise for this channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. Oh, look at this boat here. Has a very salty pirate. Pirates are supposed to drive ships, not boats. This is pure insanity. Okay, now this is cool. Welcome to the Cars of the Stars. So some of the movie cars here. Oh, the Green Hornet car. I vaguely remember the Green Hornet TV show. It was kind of maybe a response to the 60s Batman show. But I guess, oh, this is not the classic car. This is the Seth Rogen version. Yes, Seth Rogen actually played the Green Hornet in a movie. Strange to even think about that. And here's Christine, the haunted car. Yeah, Stephen King said, "What if a car was haunted?" And he made a whole book and movie and everything. Now it says this is from the movie The Grinch, the Jim Carrey Grinch, and I think this must be from The Grinch as well. It doesn't specifically say where this car is from, but you can see it's taken some damage here on the side. Another mystery machine. So our tally now is 2 mystery machines. Let's see if there's any more. And a little Dukes of Hazzard section here. You got all the key Dukes of Hazzard cars. The General Lee. This is Daisy Duke's Jeep. And I never actually watched the show, so I guess Dixie is the name of the Jeep itself, and then a Hazard County Sheriff's car there. We follow these tiny feet. The collection continues. Oh, there's one more boat motor right there. But, oh, we just emerged. We just emerged back in the 20s section. So I guess now we head out to the main mall and into the next store. Which this is the Duesenberg section. I admit, guys, I'm not a car expert. I don't know what a Duesenberg is. But, yeah, it's a nice car. A Duesenberg's a nice, flashy, old-school car. And this is the Israel section. I guess these are all cars from Israel. You see the menorah there burning in the window. I guess these are all different Israeli-made automobiles. Mazel Tov. Oh, there's Mr. Dezer, the owner himself. Let's see the rabbi there. Now we head into France. Some French automobiles. I do like this one here. Very, very interesting. And you have this Frenchman here is painting this lady. And from France we head into Italy. Yeah, I think I've heard that they make cars in Italy. Oh, who's sneaking around back there? Oh, look. It's the Pope. Heading into Russia. You got the Zapporchet, as well as some scooters. I guess these are all different Russian automobiles. I don't know a lot about Russian cars. I don't know a lot about cars at all, especially not Russian cars. And further back here into England, all these different countries you pass through. Some British cars. Oh yeah, you see Mr. Bean up there on the wall? Yeah, the most famous British people, Mr. Bean and the Beatles. It says this is actually Postman Pat's car from a British television show. I've never heard of Postman Pat. Here's the various other famous British people. And a very patriotic British motorcycle. It's a gas station attendant here driving this car. And these are German-made cars, the Volkswagen Beetles. The Volkswagen buses here. Looks like this guy's taking his family on a road trip, including his little baby here. And then a Mercedes-Benz with Biggie Smalls on the hood. Okay, this is amazing. This mouse car here. Of course, the most famous mouse here in Orlando is Mickey Mouse. This is an entirely different mouse altogether. This car completely covered in looks to be sort of fuzzy carpeting, and I like the windshield is mostly blocked except for those eye holes. That is an amazing car. I would have drive this. Yeah, interesting. Just roaming a mall filled to the brim with cars. I wonder. I didn't start counting, but I wonder if you just counted all the cars here, how many cars are in. I think this, of all the car museums I've been to, it just has to be the most number of cars in one museum. I've just never seen anything quite like this. This is a pink Jeep. I'm presuming this is from Fantasy Island, because those are the guys from Fantasy Island. This is a movie I definitely need to check out, The Great Race, because look at these cars. This is Professor Fate, so it says New York to Paris. I guess this is a automobile race from New York to Paris. This guy is very, very villainous looking. He clearly is a villain. And look at this, look at his modified car here. It's got like almost like a drill on the front, a little tiny cannon coming out of the hood. Oh yeah, Professor Fate. Oh, he's got a missile or torpedo of some sort. And look at this, I don't even know what this is. It looks like a train locomotive, but also a missile that you can sit in. This looks like a lot of fun. Here's some more Hollywood cars. The Cars of the Stars in here. That brass Marilyn Monroe there. She almost kind of looks like a zombie. And what would any car museum worth its salt be without the DeLorean time machine? This one's very flashy. I like the colorful display here. And then we also have, I guess, the Hill Valley Futuristic Police Department has these future motorcycles, and Back to the Future 2. Got your Miami Vice car. You've got your Speed Racer car. There's Magnum PI's Sweet Wheels. This is Breathless Mahoney, Madonna's part in the Dick Tracy movie. I really loved this movie when I was a kid. I need to go back. This is one I need to go back and rewatch and see if it's as good as I remember. Yeah, James Dean in his iconic car. Says this was used in Austin Powers 2, this style of car. And for some reason, peering back there, I think that's John Wayne. Says it's the original clown car. I don't know what that means exactly, but they're definitely two delightful clowns driving it. These are James Bond cars. Cars from the James Bond films. The Amphicar, car that can drive in the water. They do have some Amphicars here in Orlando at Disney Springs. That's one. I've never been in the Amphicar. I need to get out there to Disney Springs to take a ride in that Amphicar. Here is Darth Vader's Hummer. You know, obviously Darth Vader would drive a Hummer, but no, really, this is a licensed Lucasfilm Hummer here that was given away by Taco Bell in the grand prize of a Star Wars contest. And it looks like the spare tire there is a Millennium Falcon. There's the Monkeys car. And the Dragula, Grandpa Munster's racing car made out of a coffin, later turned into an amazing Rob Zombie song. And the other iconic Munsters car, the Munsters Coach, with its exposed engine. Both of these cars are super cool. Both the Munster cars are iconic. The A-Team van, a lot of classic 80s vehicles here. Little 50s diner here in the corner. And the most 50s car of all time, the Greased Lightning from Grease. Not from the country Grease, from the movie Grease. And there is the Inspector Gadget mobile, the Gadget mobile. I love this cartoon when I was a kid. Inspector Gadget. I always remember I was obsessed. I wanted to know what Dr. Claw looked like. One of my friends told me that they actually saw an episode where they showed Dr. Claw's face, and I was so jealous. I think he was lying. And just look at this, the interior of the Gadget mobile. All the weird buttons there. It says that has liver, beef, and chicken dispensers, I guess, for Professor Gadget's dog. Also remember in the Gadget cartoon, his niece Penny had what they called a computer book. It was like a book, but it was all computerized, like buttons, and we thought it was the coolest thing. I don't know, that'd be cool to have a computer book. And now, everyone has a computer book. No one even cares. There's so many different iconic movie cars here. The Ecto-1, used by the Ghostbusters in the hunt and execution of ghosts. Lawnmower Man motorcycles. That seems like a deep cut. And there's Mr. Bean's car. I feel bad for Mr. Bean. He has like the crappiest car in the whole museum. And then this is a Dalek, one of the evil robots from Doctor Who. And something has happened to this van. There's been an explosion there. We've got Spider-Man riding in the back. The Indiana Jones vehicles there. The iconic motorcycle where he would let his dad ride in the sidecar. And this is from Shanghai Nights. I don't know, this motorcycle, so not everything is labeled here, so this motorcycle is really cool. I don't know if this is also from Shanghai Nights. There is Kit from Knight Rider, and I guess this must be a night boat. You have Arnie and his shot up hearse back there. But then I think this is super cool. This is one of the taxi cabs from the Arnie Total Recall movie. And here's a severely battered car from Edge of Tomorrow. There is a Soul Train car train. My memories of Soul Train are that it would come on when Saturday morning cartoons were over. So I was always bummed my cartoons were over and a bunch of people started dancing. I guess one of those people, this Michael Jackson over here. Herbie, the Love Bug, and a more battered version of Herbie. The Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car here without its wings. And the car from The Help. This is the newer RoboCop car. And here's the classic Detroit Police Department car from RoboCop 3. And the taxi cab from The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Fast and the Furious cars. One of these days I'll get around to watching one of these Fast and Furious movies. Or you know what, maybe not. The Great Gatsby section over here. These are all Gatsby era cars. I have some unpleasant memories associated with The Great Gatsby back when I was in high school and was asked to read it and put it off. And then the night before the test, I decided to begin reading the book. And my brain just wasn't having it. My brain rejected the book, refused to remember a single word or sentence of said book. So these are considered Art Deco cars. I do love Art Deco architecture, and I kind of see that. That kind of fits. In the back of this car, there is Donald Trump, and I guess he's being driven around by. Is that Rick from Casablanca? This is the Chrysler Lounge. I guess all of these are presumably Chryslers. Look at all those Chryslers. You can sit down and have a meal here amongst the Chryslers. There's the bartender. There's the muscle car section. I don't really know what constitutes a muscle car, but that's pretty cool right here. Look at this car, the glowing red interior lights. The seats are spinal cords with skulls on top. That's awesome. You can't say that's not awesome. I don't know, maybe like muscle cars are stronger than normal cars. Maybe their engine can push just a little bit harder than a normal engine. It's like a pickup truck with some extra engine power in the flatbed. This guy's getting all these engines nice and muscly. Oh my gosh, this place is huge. Look at that. A plane hanging over everything. Nervous little kid there on a motorcycle. And what is this? It's like a couch. It says full throttle energy drink. You like drive around on this couch. And these crazy race cars here. Oh, look at the tires on that Jeep. Oh, what is this here? Driver Jesse James. It's a hot rod stretch limo from Monster Garage. You see little planes flying over us in this section. And yeah, it's a motorcycle museum. A motorcycle museum within the car museum here. Oh, look at that guy. Vroom, vroom. This guy's ready to ride a motorcycle, all decked out in his motorcycle leather, complete with chaps. Oh, this is almost like a motorcycle chariot, where you can drive the motorcycle and pull someone behind in the chariot. It's an Indian motorcycle being driven by a Native American, and you can see all these collection of cigar store Indians mixed in with the Indian motorcycles. This guy carries a sign around with him everywhere. Make sure everyone knows his favorite kind of motorcycle. And that's amazing. I like the covered motorcycle. This one, the motorcycle itself is covered and the passenger car is covered as well. So you can just go driving around in a rainstorm. Batman gets his own section here. Got the Gotham City Police Department car. Batman silently slurking above. Oh, look at this. Jen's favorite Batman character is the 1960s Riddler. Yeah, could there be a more iconic car than the 1960s Batmobile? Quite the collection of Batmobiles here. Of course, I love the 1960s version. Also love the 1990s version, the Michael Keaton version. I remember I saw this in the theater, and it made me fall in love with Batman. And so I went back, and they were airing the original 60s Batman at the time, so loved both of them. I watched the original show with no irony whatsoever. When you're a kid, it's the best show ever, because when you're a kid, it's just awesome. When you're an adult, you can appreciate the camp and just the ridiculousness to the show. Best TV show of all time. So this is the 60s Bat Cycle. Robin would sit right there. And then this is the Val Kilmer era Batman, the Batman Forever, which I also loved. Check out this amazing Bat boat. But watch out, we got Jack Nicholson's Joker hiding under that lamppost. We've actually got two of the 1960s Batmobiles here. This one coming out of the Batcave, and look how proud Batman looks of his sweet ride. Watch out, we got Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman up there with a cat toy. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Batmobiles in this one room. I guess less popular is the Bat-Whiz. This bicycle. Can you imagine Batman pedaling a bicycle? Seems so silly. Adam West with his big smile because he just captured the notorious Jailbird. This is Main Street, USA. We visited all those other countries and saw their cars. Yet these are some good old American cars. And an American horse. This is one of my favorite vehicles here at Dezerland. This is a Chevrolet truck modified to be able to drive on water. It was made by Cubans in an attempt to get to America, where they actually tried to drive a car 90 miles on the water from Cuba to America. Unfortunately, they were caught and had to go back to Cuba, but you can see the picture right there of them driving in the water in their Freedom Mobile. Now, my understanding is that in Cuba, they have a lot of classic American cars, but they take good care of them and keep them running. So you go to Cuba, and all the streets are just filled with classic American cars. See the replica subway car there, and look at this cow. Now, I think I saw one of these at the Circus Museum. In New York, they had a series of art cows at some point. I think it was in the 90s. And they're gone now, but some of them are residing in museums. We saw the clown cow at the Circus Museum. Looks like this is the New York City cow with the Chrysler Building, Statue of Liberty, and the Big Apple on its back. Some more Americana here across the way. Got the Rat Pack over here crooning away. Oh, who's that? In the trench coat there, peering out the window. So many cars. Got the jukebox blasting. Yeah, cars definitely had a certain style to them back in the day that they just don't have anymore. Of course, they ate more gas and were incredibly dangerous. But other than that, they really did look good. Oh, what's back here? It's cars, more cars. So many cars. Everybody loves cars. Everyone loves cars, right? Everyone out there loves looking at cars, don't you? Cars are amazing. This hot dog stand here has a collection of different Coke bottles through the years. This is Sabret's hot dogs. Those are the ones you find in the streets of New York City. In front of the general store, you got this amazing car. Got the cow skull there. One of the seats is inexplicably a toilet. That is pretty remarkable. Yeah, they got the general store chained off, so you can't actually go inside, but pretty fun. A lot of fun and weird stuff in here. Little post office here, the Dezerland post office. Yes, I'd like to write a letter about cars. The mail Jeep. Oh, looks like we're headed into a military section. They put leaves on top of the car so no one can see it drive. This is the military pavilion where you can learn about cars that kill people. Look at this heavy-duty attack vehicle. Oh, look at Uncle Sam. I like your pith helmet there, Unky Sam. Oh yeah, look at all the guns mounted on these various vehicles. used to perform wartime actions. This guy's getting ready to peel out on his motorcycle. A camouflage VW bus. Did they use VW buses in the military? I don't recall. Oh, this guy's looking down a barrel here. It says home of the free, Dezerland. All these different Jeeps. Yeah, Jeeps originally were a military vehicle. Now they've taken on their whole nother connotations with their bright colors and their little rubber ducklings. This guy's wearing a gas mask in case he drives through some gas. This is an amphibious truck. It says this battalion of African American soldiers landed on Utah Beach. It does say danger, barbed wire. Apparently there's some real barbed wire in this exhibit. You know, you're never supposed to just crawl around in a museum exhibit. So that would definitely teach you a lesson. And here we have bicycles and scooters. It says they have one of the largest collections of Vespas in the world. There's a lot of scooters, a lot of bicycles too. Oh, look at those polka dots. And here are the micro cars. Now, there used to be a museum of micro cars in Georgia that closed down quite some time ago. I'm guessing this is that collection. I think I may be too big for some of these micro cars. Although I do like the fashionable bubbles that they have on top. I guess this is a car for toddlers? Yeah, like there's just literally cars stacked on shelves. I do like that. Just the unusual shapes and colors that these cars have. We'll peek under the tiny hood. So this is advertising for an airbrush company that will airbrush your car for you. It's the Desert Taxi. Imagine you ordered a taxi and this showed up and they're like, get in. And then you're like, but I can't, I'm too enormous. It's a Tweety Bird scooter. Okay, so I guess these are the Vespas. Who's this guy here cruising around in his Vespa mobile? So many Vespas. Yeah, I guess this is considered a rickshaw. The 3 wheels. That truck there, the back of the truck full of little mini Vespas. It's this guy here driving Fern Hollow Express. Getting these Vespas all shined up and nice. And we have left the paid area of the museum, but there's still tons of cars outside the museum. I guess there's just not enough room in the museum. So you'll find more cars here in Dezerland. Different restaurants in here. You got burgers, pizza, coffee. It's a go-kart area. Oh, look at this. We have a wrestling figure store. This is SVW, Suplex Vintage Wrestling. Yeah, look at this wall of wrestling figures. See if it's Prince Albert, A-Train, aka Prince Albert, Jericho, because you can read the trunks. Oh, this is a Damien Mizdow. That's a rare one. You got Tajiri, another Jericho, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, Orlando Jordan. Here's Matt Hardy, Edge, Jimmy Wang Yang, RVD. I'm scaring myself that I know every single one of these. I think that's another Jericho. And we got Randy Orton, Vince McMahon. Okay, I think I'm stumped. I don't know who this guy is. That's Jack Swagger. Don't know who this guy is either. Okay, so I don't know every single one. There's Rusev, Dolph Ziggler, JBL, Owen Hart. I know about 90%. You got Vader there. There's Tucky, member of Heavy Machinery. I don't know. I can't believe I remember who Tucky is. You can also get yourself a lucha mask. And you got vintage wrestling t-shirts. Or Jacob Fatu, that's not necessarily vintage. That's some of the iconic NWO shirts. Some of the action figures in their packages. Oh, there's the Ultimate Warrior when he gave his last speech before he died. Some Funkos. Look at all these Steve Austins. Jen actually has this Beanie Baby of Mankind. It's a dispensary there. They offered me a sample. Now you see the more vehicles here, just filling this mall. And look down here. There's like a movie theater, a full-sized movie theater here inside of Dezerland. It says Florida's largest indoor attraction. You know what? I believe that 100%. This is massive. And look at these cars here. Trotters Independent Trading. Yeah, these are unique. These aren't even in the main museum. These are just out here in front of the movie theater on display. Look at this. The car there with the animatronic chimpanzee. I have one of those. There's glow-in-the-dark mini golf in here at the putting edge. Yeah, you see the brightly colored mini golf here. The black light paint. In the Orlando Pinball Palace. Got a pinball arcade. Well, definitely got some old machines in here. There's a lounge over here too with some flat screens. We could play some other video games. It's like these are NASCAR simulators. Yeah, I didn't realize that there was all these other businesses in here. So it really is like still a mall, just centered around the largest collection of automobiles. You hear the squeal of the tires there. They do the Tokyo Drift on that last loop. This is the Brass Axe, a axe throwing bar. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. That is a Muffler Man Happy Half-Wit head put on top of a car. This is What Me Worry. Oh, yeah, it's like a reference to Alfred E. Newman from Mad Magazine. The Toxic Blast Blaster Arena. Oh yeah, this is a guy ready for some toxic blasting. Did I mention that no matter where you go here, there's just cars? Just cars. Cars. Look at this, you can even buy your own scooter or motorcycle here. Yeah, in some ways, you just never leave the car museum here. Even though there is part of the car museum that requires admission, you can see a lot of cars here for free. Looks like this is from some movie called Beach Bum. It's got like a Jamaican lion on the side. The different VW buses. That says Fureware? This Jeep here, surrounded by wildlife, the elephant and the giraffe. There's a pontoon boat, a boat car. Oh, goodness. If you come here and you say, I didn't see enough cars, yeah, you're the problem. You can see some of the old shops in the mall not been filled yet. Oh, what's that in there? There's some sort of rocket. And this is the 007 Bond bar, a James Bond themed bar that also has a James Bond museum. The Bond exhibit is back here, the back of the Bond bar. This James Bond collection here is absolutely massive. It's pretty much big enough to be just a standalone museum more than an actual exhibit. Of course, full disclosure, I've never seen a James Bond movie, but I do appreciate the strange and unusual vehicles that do appear in said movies. Looks like James Bond's all dressed up in his protective suit there. Now they do have up on top where the what movie these are from. So this from Dr. No here, the shark submarine, and this Bond boat here from Russia with Love. We've got Thunderball. Oh, I actually do remember this. I've seen parts of Goldfinger. I remember my mom's second husband showed me this movie, and I was deeply disturbed because they painted a naked woman gold and she died. It looks like we have the James Bond jetpack from You Only Live Twice. Got the James Bond helicopter, and here he is sitting looking extra cool in the back of his private automobile. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, we have James Bond's wedding. I think, James Bond actually got married in the original series. 1971's Diamonds Are Forever. For one, we got the giant diamond over there. It says, Live and Let Die. The name, they have some pretty cool names. We got another Bond boat. The man with the golden gun. Oh, who is that? Who's that guy? Is that the man with the golden gun? The Spy Who Loved Me. The helicopter, snowmobile. I think James Bond is willing to use any form of transportation. Truly a man of planes, trains, and automobiles. That crazy James Bond, he'll even go to space in 1979's Moonraker. So a little private event area here, Bond-themed private event area with James Bond standing guard over everyone dining. Some screen use costumes from the film Octopussy. James Bond's car can turn into a submarine, and like Homer Simpson, the only thing my car can turn into is a trash can. These are for your eyes only, although on display in the museum, they are for the eyes of anyone willing to pay admission. Oh, these are from the Octopussy movie. In A View to Kill, it looks like James Bond got his car squished. In The Living Daylights, Bond's car could turn into a snowmobile. Again, it'd be cool if my car could turn into different stuff. That would have helped when I got stuck in the mud the other day. His License to Kill. I guess Bond squared off against a shark in his tiny submarine. But look at that derpy shark back there. And A License to Kill looks like Bond squared off with a shark. But look at that dopey looking shark back there. Some of the more modern Bond here. It says GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies. I remember when these movies came out. I didn't go and see them, but I remember when they came out. You can see the Russian there. What are these? What's with these newspaper tuxedo and dress there? Man, there sure are a lot of vehicles. These movies seem to be pretty much just about crazy vehicles. This is Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and Spectre. Does that bring us up to the current status of Bond? If I were to go back and watch all these, that would take a very long time. Are these movies good? Leave a comment in the comments section. The name's Bagger. Carpetbagger. There's a full bowling alley. We saw the Pinball Palace. They also have a giant modern style arcade. Oh, there's some classic cars here too. Classic cars. There's a whole collection of Flintstone vehicles from the Flintstone movies. Cars made out of rocks and shells. Is that Fred's house? Sure. Prehistoric dune buggy. Oh yeah, here's the classic Flintstones car. Never understood why you need a car if you just have to power it with your feet. Why not just walk? It's like a Flintstones era race car made out of a log. This is the Tree Bird, which I guess that's like a play off of Freebird. I like the trilobite on the hood of this one. Looks like the carousel down here is not currently operating. This futuristic car. I love these robots here. Look at that robot. Yeah, there's a whole army of these robots down here. If I remember correctly, these are from a defunct laser tag game. We actually had to shoot at these robots. Look at the purple one here. Yeah, these are pretty amazing. I love these. Love these robots.
Awesome. You did it.
And I believe the time has come to exit through the gift shop. After seeing cars all day here at Dezerland, you can purchase your own car, your own little mini car to bring home with you. Oh, look at that. That's actually like a Transformers Ghostbusters mashup. That's interesting. And they do have some Dezerland shirts mixed in with the wonderful Florida merchandise here, the plates, the snow globes. Some old school Florida merch, though. The bells, the ashtrays. This is Dezerland collectibles for sale. So I guess these are actually like antiques and collectibles that that you can purchase here. And as we exit Dezerland, look at that magnificent Florida sunset. So a wonderful day spent here at Dezerland, a great indoor attraction. It said it was the largest indoor attraction in Orlando. I believe it. This place is massive. And I think it would be a good alternative on a rainy day or a day where it's just so crazy hot you don't want to go to the theme parks. Kind of its own indoor theme park in a way. And if you love cars, you will not be disappointed. I've been to a lot of car museums, a lot of automobile museums across the country. I feel very confident in saying this probably has more individual cars, just sheer number of cars, than any museum I can think of. There's other great automobile museums out there that have really interesting things that they don't necessarily have here at Dezerland, but still, they have an amazing collection of cars from different countries, fancy cars, cars for movies, a spectacularly large collection here at Dezerland. So thank you guys so much for coming with me today. It was nice to get out of the Florida sun for at least one day and spend the day in the beautiful air-conditioned paradise that is Dezerland. And thank you for coming with me. I'll spend one more day here in Florida, then I think we're going to start heading west. Going to be doing spooky stuff on the weekends, not so spooky stuff during the week, I think is the plan moving forward. But thank you guys so much for watching these videos. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me on these adventures. If you do like these videos, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, basically what I do is I travel all over the 50 United States, filming roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff. If you'd like to help the channel other ways, consider Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also, we have some enamel pins, pressed pennies, motel key fobs, other souvenirs in the Etsy shop. Also doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you're interested in receiving a message from me to you, to a friend, to a family member, all those things are listed down below in the description. And all those things help keep this car on the road, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.